Hi guys, how are you? It's Matt here. Hey, I'm just putting this out there. I'm quite keen to do a question and answer panel. Um, Create an event basically here on Facebook, and it's not just about magpies. And obviously, I'm happy to answer questions about magpies, particularly if you have some issues, particularly around your place, or you've received a juvenile, or you've got swooping, or that kind of thing. Because obviously, it is nesting time at the moment. Well, more to the point, the start of it. So eggs might be in the nest. We don't know, but it's likely. Yeah. So anyway, I want to talk about other things as well. I went to an event the other night, a political event for the ACT Party, and I asked David Seymour, who's the ACT Party leader, about the party's views and their standpoint on 1080. And look, to be honest, yeah, that's just something I talk about, and I'm not an activist, but I am very against it. I'm very against anything that harms, injures, and mistreats animals. But obviously, he stuck to his guns and was talking about possums, and it goes on and on. Look, and I don't want to get people on the back foot about this thing, but that's an example. The other ones, of course, are animal welfare, the Animal Welfare Act, councils, what they're doing, regional authorities, bird culling, poisoning, it goes on and on. I have to encounter it on a pretty much weekly basis, either council or somebody trying to eradicate something. Often it can be targeted towards our favourite birds. It's been a bit quiet of late, which is always a little bit worrying. But during COVID, I was on the ball all the time. There was a lot of young magpies that were mysteriously dying. Anyway, I don't want to get into all that just yet, but I do want to talk about this stuff. There's a lot more to just this kind of thing than hanging out with magpies. I put myself out there on a regular basis to defend, protect, and encourage people to learn, and I invite people to educate themselves on magpies. But it's not just magpies, okay? They're part of a group of maligned creatures in this country. Whether it be the kookaburras from Matamata to Kaukopakapa, or whether it be the recently there was a straggling group of ibis birds, or the pelican that arrived a few years back and ended up in the Waikato River and was shot, and etc, 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 it goes on. Just this kind of mental thinking, this inbred, indoctrinated culture that we live in. I'm very much on the defence of the animal side. So I am an eco-warrior, but a bit round the other way, and I do it with with integrity. And I also don't do it at a political level or anything. But although I am starting to just sort of move around the peripheral of these things. Anyway, I'd love to put this up. I'd like to hear what you guys think. If you want to put it in the comments and tell me what you think we could talk about, I'll put up an event at some point that works for everyone. Maybe it's two events that join together, something on a Sunday, 4 o'clock and then 6 o'clock, or we just go live for half an hour or 15 minutes, whenever. But just let me know if you're keen. Love to hear from you. This is Matt, over and out from St Heliers in Auckland. Got to find the button to stop this.